The purpose of this video is to describe the pathway for my family tree to Shadrack Rowe, who was a patriot in the American Revolution. And he's buried out in near Harris County, Muskogee County line off the Whitesville Road near Interstate 185 between LaGrange, Georgia and Columbus, Georgia. Shadrack Rowe is a patriot listed with the Sons of the American Revolution as well as the Daughters. And he basically, he won a land lottery after the war, the Georgia land lottery, and that's how he came down here from up in North Carolina. And I think his primary service, he was a private, and I think he was a guard at a prison. So, but we do have a grave for him, and which is really cool, and it's certified with the Sons of the American Revolution emblem on his grave. And I went out there over a year and a half ago to look at the grave. So he's one of the patriots I'm going to work on as a supplemental application to my current Sons of American Revolution account. So let's talk about how this patriot is connected to us and some of the challenges of validating that. So using family or familysearch.org, here's my grandparents, Thomas Cornelius Harris, who went by Neil, with Eloise Dell Davis, and her parents were James Edward Davis and Lillian Truett Dewberry. And this is Nanny, who I knew growing up. She died when I was about 15. So her parents were Joel Jefferson Dewberry and Elizabeth Jane Lizzie Smith. And in another video, there's a pathway to 3 patriots via Elizabeth Jane Smith, who was Grandpa Dewberry. So I will not discuss that in this video, but I mean, it runs up through Thomas John Smith and Emma Mallory Howell and up through the Wagner Howell. So there's John Oslin, there's Daniel Wagner, and there's Nathaniel Howell, who are all patriots. Okay, so that's in another video. Watch that if you want the details on that confusion. So here's the deal, is Grandma and Grandpa Dewberry lived in Standing Rock, Alabama. And Grandpa Dewberry was Joel Jefferson Dewberry. My mom knew her grandparents here, or yeah, it was her great-grandparents. And she loved them. She still loved going up to Standing Rock. So Joel Jefferson Dewberry's parents were Joel Daniel Dewberry and Permelia, is spelled different ways, Thrash. And so Joel Daniel Dewberry was killed in 1864 in the largest battle in the Confederacy in Florida, up in North Florida, to the west of Jacksonville. And I can't remember, it was Ocean Pond, Florida, that battle. He died there. He was shot by a sniper on a bridge. That's all I know. Okay, so Joel Jefferson Dewberry was left without a dad, and he was pretty young. He was born in 1856, so he would have been, 8 years old if we do the math. So he's 8, his dad dies. Guess what? His mom died a year later. So he went to live with Jacob Thrash. I mean, Jacob Thrash's, sorry. Okay, here we are. Here is the Thrash, Joel Jefferson Dewberry died in Ocean Pond. His wife, who died a year later, they went to live with John Joseph Thrash and Nellie Evans. And so Grandpa Dewberry, Joel Jefferson Dewberry, grew up with his aunt and uncle. So that's, and John Joseph Thrash also handled the affairs of Joel Daniel Dewberry. I've got his a legal document on that. And then we also have a letter describing how that Grandpa Dewberry here, his mom was Pernelia Thrash. And in Grandma Dewberry's Bible, it has the records of these two together as well. And then in another Bible, through another application for someone else, we have Permelia Thrash with her parents, Jacob Thrash and Elizabeth Rowe. And Elizabeth Rowe's dad was Shadrack Rowe. So Shadrack flows through Elizabeth Rowe down through Jacob Thrash, Elizabeth Rowe, and then their daughter, and she married Joel Daniel Dewberry, who died in the war. And then Joel Jefferson Dewberry, who was raised by Joseph Thrash and Nellie Evans. So that's the little catch to prove all this information. And I have all the data to do it. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of typing, and which I don't have right now to do. On Ancestry, if you go there, you'll see here's Grandpa Dewberry and Leslie Jane Smith. And you can see it goes up through Permelia, and it's spelled right there because that's how her name is really supposed to be spelled. Up through Jacob Thrash and Elizabeth Rowe, and up to Shadrack Rowe. He's the patriot that's buried out there between Columbus and LaGrange. So that's the story on our connection to Shadrack Rowe, and the little challenge of proving the connection here, and how the Dewberrys, or how Grandpa Dewberry was raised by his aunt and uncle. Thanks for watching.